Hello beauties, and welcome back to the Bumpy Bones Locksport channel. In this video, I'm going to be giving my initial impressions for the Shacklemen Cuff Club set by Southern Specialties. So let's go and get started. Now recently, I've gotten into doing handcuff escapes, and I've been collecting handcuffs, and I've been having a lot of fun with them. And I wanted to get some better tools for that so that I can start working on some more of the more complex Shacklemen Club challenges that are out there. And so when I saw this set on Southern Specialties, I was really intrigued with it, and I decided to get it and see, how it worked and all that. So let's go ahead and take a look at what is inside the case here. I love the leather case. I think that was just a really nice touch. This set goes for $32.95, which I think is a good deal, especially with a leather case and all that. And what you get in here is you have 5 shims, and this is actually the big reason I got this set here. Because you have these double-ended shims, and you've got one end that is 0.145 inches wide, and then the other end is 0.097 inches wide. And then you have 2 welded shims of the same thickness, width, and all of that. And these guys here were actually the main reason I got them, because I really like the laminated handles or the welded handles in that. It makes it really easy to hold, because that's one thing that I've always have had issues with shims. I got my shims from a couple of different, I got Sparrows, and I think this one I got from Southern Specialties as well. But, these are hard to hold, which is why I kind of did the key ring here. It makes it a little bit easier. But having a little bit longer and wider shims here just makes it a lot easier to grab hold of them. So, to me, just having the shims here is worth, the set here. And then we get 4 picks. We've got the curved spoon, we've got a half ball, we got a ball, and then we have a elephant trunk pick here. Now these are in 25 thousandths thickness, and I think these are good profiles to have. The only thing that I have a bit of a concern with is the thickness of these, with them being 25 thousandths. I've tried to use 25 thousandths picks in my handcuffs before, and I always have very mixed result with the 25 thousandths. I actually like using 20 thousandths picks in my handcuffs just because I think those fit the keyways a little bit better. But the benefit to these is, they're, with it being the 25 thousandths, is you can put more torque on them. They don't bend as much. So we'll see how these guys work and all that. So let's go ahead and do some handcuffs. Let's go ahead and start with, something that I know is easy. This is the ASP Ultra. This is the yellow key set, or lock set, so that's just the single pawl. So let's go ahead and throw these on. I'm not going to double lock them because I just want to see how the picks go into the keyway here. But let's actually do a shim first, and so I'm going to go ahead and take, let's go with the wider one here, and let's go ahead and shim these, and I'm going to try to get this on camera. This is where I always have a hard time working with it, because especially with hinged or rigid cuffs. Alright, got it in there. Nice. Let's go ahead and go this way. Oh yeah. Alright, so the shim here is a beautiful shim. You can just see how that just melted into that. So let's go ahead and try picking. Actually, let's do the shimming from the other side here real quick. Oops, got that on a little bit too tight. Let's go ahead and shim that loose. Oh yeah, nice. Alright, let's try the other shims here. And just see how that works. Oh yeah. So those go in there really nice as well. Let's try the thinner end. Oh yeah. Okay, so the shims are beautiful. I love the shims. Let's go ahead and try picking the lock open. All right. So with this, I'm going to use the elephant trunk. Again, this is in 25 thousandths. And I'm not going to double lock it because I just want to see how this fits in here. Very tight, but it works. But you can see just, that it just fits. And there's not a lot of space. So, but it works beautifully with the single pawl with ASP. Let's go ahead and do the Sentry cuffs, which are about the same. Um, I'm not going to shim these because these are famous for shimming. I'm just going to go ahead and pick these guys open. So let's go ahead and use the elephant trunk again. Actually, you know what? Let's use the gentle spoon, or the curved spoon. Yeah, see, it's very tight. I actually am getting kind of stuck here. I can't get that past that curve. And this is why, I run into this problem a lot with the 25 thousandths. Let's go ahead and try the monkey paw, oh, not the monkey paw, but the elephant trunk again. All right, am I going the right way? Oh, nope, I'm not going the right way. This one goes the opposite way, but yeah, I'm still running into that curve. Can't get past that point. Even trying to wiggle it, and I don't want to force it too much. So for example, now if I go with, let's go with my 20 thousandths dog leg here, you can see 20 thousandths works beautifully, gets in there no problem, can get around that curve and can open those up easily and all that. Let's go ahead and try that again with the, I'm just going to do one hand, the half ball and see if, yep, nope, still the same results with that. Let's actually grab, because I got the elephant trunks here, I got the 20 thousandths with the elephant trunk. Yep, still see the 20 thousandths is, I think, a much better thickness, because I run into that a lot with this. Alright, so let's go ahead and try Peerless now. I've got a pair of Peerless 700Cs here. And let's go ahead and, I just clipped myself. Throw these on. And let's go ahead and do the shimming first. Alright, so I don't want to bend that shim. Oops. Alright, let's go with the other side here. Alright, so these don't want to shim. Let's go ahead and see if I can use my other shim here. Alright, so shimming on these guys is a little bit harder for me. They don't want to get in there and all that. So let's go ahead and pick this open. And let's go ahead and start with our dog leg. So let me go ahead and get this guy in here. Alright, that's not even going to fit. Oh, there we go. Alright. So same issue. 25,000 thickness is just not, is too thick. Let's go ahead with the 20,000ths. Perfect. Yep. Alright. Let's go ahead and try the, alright, so actually the gentle curve I can get around. Let's see if we can get this off of the gentle curve, or the curved spoon. I keep calling it a gentle curve, because it reminds me of the Covert Instruments gentle reach. Alright, but I can't get the latch. Oh, there we go. Alright, so actually, let's go ahead and throw these on the other way here. Oop, too tight. Alright. Let's try the shimming from this side. See if this gives me a little bit more luck with a better... Yep, there we go. Alright. So, yeah, see, the thing with the shimmy on these is I gotta get that step going in there in order to get that shim in there. And that works just fine with these guys. Let's go ahead and pick them open again. And let's just use the curved spoon. Alright, so that worked. Alright, let's go ahead and go on this side. Yeah, so this side does not want to use the 25,000ths. Not even with the curved spoon. You can see, oh, there we go. I kind of got that in there. Alright, there we go. Oops, almost. I gotta kind of go get it in there just right. Alright, there we go. So the 25,000ths is still causing a little bit of an issue. I was able to get it off. Let's actually try that approach real quick with this, because can I get this by going this way? Yeah, nope. Not going to let me get in. Alright. So, let's go ahead and try a little bit more complex. Let's go with the triple pawl. So this is my ASP Ultra with the 3 pawls in it. And let's go ahead and do the shimming first. I'm going to throw the picks up here. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab our wider shim and go in through here. And that works nicely on the triple pawl. If we go with a thinner one, I don't think this one's going to work too well because, yeah, because we have the triple pawl, so I have to hit all 3 pawls at the same time. And so using that wider side, oops, allows me to get all of that. So there we go. So the shims are beautiful. I love the shims and all of that. Alright, let's go ahead and try picking these guys open. And I'm going to start with the elephant trunk. because that's a good handcuff pick. Um, so let's go ahead and so the 25 thousandths works well with this. Yep, there we go. All right, perfect. So it works good with these. All right, let's go ahead and try a half ball and see how this one works. We haven't used the half ball one yet. All right, so yep, really nice. A little tight, so it's a bit hard to get out. And there we go. All right, so works really good on ASP Ultra. Let's go ahead and try a pair of THC 850s here. And I want to make sure I put these on right because the key's only on one side of these. So I'm actually just going to do one arm and all that. So let's go ahead and shim these open first. So nice on the shim. Really nice. Actually, let's go ahead and lock both up there. Alright, so this is where shimming actually gets a little bit more difficult, especially when I'm doing rigid cuffs, because trying to reach while holding the shim is a bit difficult for me. Let's see if I can actually shim. So that's a little too tight or too hard to hold. Let's go ahead and try this guy. Alright, I got better grip with this guy. But I still can't get... there we go. Ah. Alright. So, still a struggle, but I was able to get that and shim them open. Awesome. Alright, let's go ahead and try picking these guys open. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with the elephant trunks here. And let's see what we got going on here. Can't quite get that. These are a little bit harder to pick open. Typically with these, I will use a ball pick. So let's go ahead and try the ball pick. And I can't get that in there. Alright, so that's not going to go in. Let's go ahead and try the half ball. There it is. Alright, and that's not catching the latch. Alright, so again, this is kind of where the thickness in the profile comes in, because what I typically will use for these cuffs here is my 15,000, not my 20,000s Southord Ball Pick. And, that goes in there really nicely. And let's see if I can get this. I also have these oriented in a different way than I'm used to. Alright, let me put these on the way I normally do. Because I am trying something a little different here. Put them on the same way that I shimmed, but normally I put them on so that the keyway is down. So let's go normal here. And I almost made a big boo-boo. Alright, so when I'm picking these guys open, normally I use this guy because it fits into the keyway really nicely here. And let's go ahead and, yep, so you can see, works good with that pick. So let's go ahead and do the one that comes with the Southern Specialties. So got that in. But I can't turn it past that. You can see I can't get it past that. And that's that thickness of it again. Just will not go past that part. So let's try the half ball. Because that allows me to actually turn it. But I can't get that latch. And one thing that drives me a little crazy with that is with my multi-pick here, I have a half ball in this that I've used. And if we look at the comparison here, you can see it's a bit of a bigger half ball. And this is in the 20 thousandths or the 0.5 millimeters. And I can use this guy. It's a little bit harder than the full ball. But as you can see, I mean, I got it partially open and all that. There we go. So I'm able to open it with this one. I can't get it with the Southern Specialties one. Let's go ahead and try the curved spoon. And I know others have done it with these tools in it. I've just never been able to get it. And with the curved spoon, you know, it's a lot harder with these because what you want is you gotta get that middle pawl because these are triple pawl. I can feel the latches. I can hit the latches with this, but I can't as easily get it as if I say take this pick here. You can see this one's a lot easier. I'm also having a little bit of an issue with my shoulder right now, so there we go. So, you know, with these, not so much. The shim's beautiful, but the picks themselves. Alright, let's go ahead and try my... I can never pronounce these. These are the Clejuso number 13s. Let me go ahead and just make sure I got my picks all over here, so I'm starting to get a little bit of a mess here. Alright, so... And I'm going to double lock these just because, I mean, these, a very thick metal piece of metal will easily pick them open. The challenge with these guys is the double lock. So I'm going to double lock them. And let's go ahead and start with a half ball here. And got the double lock real easy. And so that worked really nicely. Go ahead and double lock, and yep. So it works nicely with these. Let's go ahead and try the shimming now. And these should shim nicely. So I'm just going to take my shim. There we go. I'm going to take the shim here. It is a bit tough. Come on. Because what you also have to do is you got to click it, and I tightened that one a little bit too much. Let me loosen it. Almost had it. Getting it. There we go. So a little bit harder on the shimming with this, but you know, again, what I probably was catching was this little lip here. Um, but again, these are a much bigger, bit of a heavier spring in there, but it still worked really well and all that. So let's go ahead and just do one more. I've got some Smith & Wessons. I don't know where my Smith & Wessons went, but I've got this guy here. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to do the one side here. Because actually I can do the other side because, you know, we got our cutaway. So actually let's try the shimmy on the cutaway and see how that looks. So actually it looks like these guys are going to be a little bit harder to shim because there's a bit of a lip there. I haven't shimmed these guys before. And so what we gotta do, yep, you gotta press in to get past that, and then you can shim it open. So let's go ahead and give that a try. Let's throw this in here. Alright, so that's actually a little too thick. Let's go with the thinner side. Not able to get the shim on this one. Alright, that shim's not going to go in. Let's see if I can get one of my other shims in here. That's very tight. Alright, so shimming is the no-go for me on these. Again, I know some people who have done it with these, but let's go ahead and try picking these guys open. So I'm going to try the half ball. Half ball is not going to do it. Let me put these on backwards. All right. Let's try the gentle or the curved spoon. So again, I'm not able to get past that curve. Let's try the elephant trunk. Yes, it's not letting me get past that. Let's try the 20,000s elephant trunk. Yeah, see, the elephant the 20,000s allows me to get through that. There we go. All right. So, my overall thoughts on these, my initial impressions on these, the shims are definitely worth it. I love the shims, especially the welded shims and all that, but these double-sided shims are really nice. I'm going to keep, you know, one over here and keep these very accessible for when I'm doing my handcuff escapes and all that. The picks, they're nice. I mean, they're strong picks. Don't get me wrong. They are good quality picks, but they're 25,000, and as you could see in the working I was doing in this video, quite a few of the handcuffs there were a little bit too thick. In fact, really kind of the only handcuff that was good for, you know, the 25,000s was the ASP Ultras. All the other handcuffs pretty much had an issue, with the exception of the Clejuso handcuffs. Those things, you know, you can take a pocket knife and open them up just about. You know, so So I kind of wish they went with a 20,000s with it, and just kind of also show, because this I got from Southern Specialties. This is the folding jackknife that they got, and they do have a ball pick um in here, and it's actually try that on the THCs that I was having the issues with, and I almost did it again. Because I use this guy a lot with this, and this is 15 thousandths, and I can get these open very easy with this guy. So I think having it be in the 15 thousandths would have been better. And because the ball size on this is the same, it's just that thickness, that difference between the 25 thousandths and the 20 thousandths makes a huge difference in my opinion. So, is it worth it? I think so. The picks, I think, could use a little bit of work. I might take some, put this to the grinder or take some of my sandpaper and file these down so that they're just a little bit thinner. I probably won't go all the way to the 20 thousandths. I'll probably just make it so that it's, like maybe 22 thousandths. Just give me a little bit extra wiggle space and all that. Then I think they're going to be perfect. The half ball, I kind of wish it was a little bit of a larger half ball because that's not even hitting the triple pawl. But overall, I mean, decent set and all that. So I hope everybody enjoyed this video. As always, do feel free to like and comment on my videos and subscribe to my channel. And I hope everyone has a beautiful day, and I will see you all later.